Maya Johnson had endured weeks of Derek Mitchell's harassment at Westfield High. The bully saw just another quiet black transfer student, someone who'd learned to keep her head down. Then, one afternoon in the parking lot, Derek decided words weren't enough anymore. The slap echoed across the asphalt, followed by his smug laughter. What Derek couldn't see beneath Maya's careful silence was 8 years of Muay Thai training, fists turned into weapons by her Marine father. Derek thought she was weak. He was wrong. Maya pushed through the glass doors of Westfield High, her backpack slung over one shoulder. Students clustered in familiar groups, glancing at her with casual curiosity. "You lost, sweetheart." A tall boy with sandy hair and a lacrosse jersey leaned against the lockers, flanked by 3 friends. "Just finding my way around," Maya said steadily. "Derek Mitchell, captain of the lacrosse team. I make it my business to welcome new students, especially ones as exotic as you." Maya didn't take his outstretched hand. "Maya Johnson, and I'm not exotic. I'm just black." Derek's friend snickered. "Feisty, I like that. Things work differently here in Westfield. More traditional values, if you know what I mean." His eyes traveled down her body. "Lucky for you, I'm something of a tradition myself. My family practically built this school." "How nice for you." Maya shifted, ready to walk away. "Hold up." Derek blocked her path. "I'm trying to be friendly here. You don't want to make enemies on your first day. I don't want to make friends either. Listen," Derek's voice dropped. "I could be real good to you, take care of you like in the old days. You know what I mean?" "I know exactly what you mean, and I'm not interested." Derek's arm shot out, caging her against the lockers. "Come on now. I'm trying to help you out here. You could use someone to show you the ropes. Get your arm down or what? You're going to tell the principal. My dad's on the school board. They're not going to believe some angry transfer student over a Mitchell." The bell rang. "This conversation isn't over," Derek said, finally lowering his arm. "Welcome to Westfield." As they walked away, Maya heard one of them say, "She's going to be fun to break in." The harassment started the next morning. Derek appeared everywhere outside her classes, in the cafeteria, by her locker. His comments became more explicit, his touches more frequent. He'd brush against her in hallways, put his hand on her lower back, stand too close when she was at her locker. Maya tried the guidance counselor first. "Mrs. Patterson, I need to report Derek Mitchell. He's been following me, making inappropriate comments, touching me when I tell him not to." Mrs. Patterson barely looked up. "Derek Mitchell, are you sure you're not misinterpreting friendly behavior? Derek's a good kid, star athlete, honor roll, comes from a good family. He told me he could be my master like in the old days. He follows me to my car. Sometimes when we're new to a place, we can misread social cues. Boys here might be more forward than what you're used to. I suggest you try to be more open-minded." Maya left feeling sick. That Friday, Derek cornered Maya by the gym doors. "You've been avoiding me all week." Good Derek's smile turned cold. "You think you're better than me. Let me tell you something, princess. You're nothing special. Just another what?" Maya stepped closer, her voice dangerous. "You know what? Don't make me say it. Say it. I dare you." "Soon," he said quietly. "Real soon, you're going to learn your place." Monday morning, Derek announced loudly in the hallway, "There's my girl. Miss me over the weekend. I'm not your girl. Come on, don't be shy. Everyone knows we've got something special." Derek moved closer. "Been telling everyone how exotic you are. You've got that wild, untamed thing going on, like a beautiful animal that needs to be broken in." The hallway went quiet. Maya felt every eye on her. "You want to know what's wild and untamed? Your breath. And speaking of basic, let's talk about your personality. You've got the depth of a puddle. The only reason girls talk to you is because daddy's money buys you fake friends." Derek's face turned red. "Your idea of flirting is calling girls exotic animals and talking about the old days like you're some plantation owner. You're just a scared little boy who can't handle being told no. You're nothing. You're a walking cliche with a trust fund. And one more thing, I wouldn't date you if you were the last boy on earth." The crowd erupted. Derek stood frozen, his mouth opening and closing. Students were recording everything. "You just made the biggest mistake of your life," Derek said. By the time school ended, Derek's humiliation had curdled into rage. Maya was walking to her car when they caught up with her. "Going somewhere?" "We're not done talking." "Yes, we are." Maya kept walking. Derek grabbed her arm and spun her around. "You embarrassed me in front of the whole school. When I didn't need my help with that. Let me show you what that happens to girls who don't know their place." His hand shot out and slapped her rear hard enough that the sound echoed across the parking lot. His friends burst into laughter. Maya stood frozen for a heartbeat. Then she turned around slowly. "Big mistake." Derek opened his mouth to respond, but Maya's right hook caught him square in the jaw. The crack was audible 20 feet away. Derek's eyes rolled back and he crumpled to the asphalt. Tyler swung first, but Maya ducked and drove her knee into his solar plexus. Connor grabbed for her arms. Maya spun out and caught him with an elbow to the ribs. Brad managed a glancing blow before Maya's roundhouse kick dropped him. The whole fight lasted less than 30 seconds. Around the parking lot, Students had their phones out recording everything. Maya Johnson. Security guards were running toward them. Maya didn't resist as they grabbed her arms. As they led her away, Derek was starting to stir, blood trickling from his mouth. Principal Anderson's office felt like a courtroom. 5-day suspension, Anderson announced. Maya initiated physical violence against 4 students. What about what they did to her? Maya's mother, Lisa Johnson, leaned forward. That boy put his hands on my daughter inappropriately. According to witness statements, Derek was simply talking to Maya when she became violent. There's no evidence of inappropriate contact. There's a video of him slapping her behind. Multiple students recorded it. I've reviewed the footage. It shows Maya striking Derek without provocation. The video I was shown begins with you throwing the first punch. Whatever happened before that is hearsay. That evening, Maya sat at the kitchen table while her parents talked quietly. Finally, her father Marcus sat down across from her. Tell me exactly what happened. Maya recounted everything. Marcus listened, his jaw getting tighter with each detail. You did the right thing, he said quietly. When someone puts their hands on you like that, after you've told them to stop, you have every right to defend yourself. But I'm the one who got suspended. Because the system protects boys like Derek, always has. But here's what they don't understand. You didn't just defend yourself. You sent a message. Your grandmother used to tell me, sometimes you have to fight the same battle twice before people understand you're serious. This isn't over. Maya, find others who've been hurt by this boy. Build something bigger than just you. 2 days into Maya's suspension, Jake Santos was eating lunch alone when he saw Derek cornering a freshman girl by the water fountain. Come on, Amy, don't be shy. I just want to talk. I need to get to class, the girl whispered. You know what happened to the last girl who was rude to me? She got suspended. Jake stood up. Hey, leave her alone. Derek turned. What do you want, Taco Boy? Just leave her alone, or what? The freshman fled. Derek grabbed Jake and slammed him against the lockers. Let me explain something. That girl got lucky. It won't happen again. And if I hear about you running your mouth, you're going to wish you'd stayed in whatever border town you crawled out of. That afternoon, Jake walked home with a split lip. But he also walked home with Maya's phone number. Maya, this is Jake Santos. We need to talk. There are other kids who've been dealing with Derek for years. How many others? More than you think. And after what you did, people are ready to listen. Where do you want to meet? Behind the gym. First day you're back. Maya's first day back. She found Jake waiting with 3 other students. A thin girl stepped forward. I'm Emma Rodriguez. Derek and his friends cornered me in the bathroom last month. Marcus Washington. They've been taking my lunch money since freshman year. Ben Chen. They make me do their homework. Jake pulled out a folded paper. I've been making a list. There are at least 20 names here. They can't suspend all of us, Emma said. What if we don't throw the first punch? Emma continued. What if we just don't run away anymore? When they put their hands on you, you defend yourself. Maya nodded. My dad taught me some things. Basic self. I could show you. But everyone needs to understand. Once we start this, there's no going back. They're already coming at us, Jake said. At least this way we hit back. Over the next 3 days their group grew. Maya taught them basic blocks, how to break free from grabs, where to hit. The most important thing is to not fight fair. They don't fight fair, so neither do we. Meanwhile, Derek had noticed the whispers. Students who used to scatter were making eye contact now. Something's going on, he told Tyler. These losers are acting weird. We need to send a message, Derek said. Monday morning brought the first real test. Jake was walking to his locker when Derek and Tyler cornered him. But this time, Jake didn't look away. I hear you've been talking to people, making lists. Derek grabbed Jake's shirt and slammed him against the wall. Don't lie to me. Jake's knee drove up into Derek's groin with everything he had. Derek doubled over, and Jake broke free. 20 minutes later, Emma was leaving the bathroom when 3 senior girls blocked her path. You're Emma, right? I'm friends with Derek. He told me, you've been spreading lies. I haven't. You said anything that isn't true. Truth is relative. Brittany stepped closer. Emma pushed past her with enough force to send a cheerleader stumbling. You're going to regret this. Brittany called. By lunch, word had spread. Maya sat with her growing group, watching Derek's table. They're recruiting, Marcus said. Football players. Across the cafeteria, Derek was building his own army. I want them isolated. Pick them off one by one. After school, Principal Anderson appeared with security guards. This gathering is unauthorized. You're all to disperse immediately. We're not doing anything wrong, Maya said. Reports indicate you've been teaching students to fight. What about Derek recruiting football players to attack us? I don't know what you're talking about. As Anderson walked away, Ben whispered, they're protecting him, no matter what he does. Then we protect ourselves, Maya said. Tuesday after school. Maya stood before 23 students in the abandoned maintenance shed. I know you're all scared. I was scared too. But yesterday, Jake fought back. Emma fought back. What if they expel us? Ben asked, what if they don't? What if we keep taking their abuse until we graduate? What happens to the kids who come after us? A junior named Terrell spoke up. My little sister starts here next year. If Derek's still here, I can't let that happen. Then don't, Maya said. Help us stop it. They've got the administration. They've got their parents' money. They don't have numbers, Jake said. There are more of us than them, Maya nodded. The only reason Derek has power is because we gave it to him. From now on, when Derek approaches any of us, we don't run. We stand together and we fight back. What if someone gets seriously hurt? People are already getting hurt every day. The difference is now Derek's going to hurt too. Ben stood slowly. I'm tired of being afraid. One by one, others stood. Emma, Marcus, Terrell, Jake, until all 23 students were on their feet. Then let's make them afraid instead, Maya said. Wednesday morning erupted into chaos. Derek's football recruits cornered Ben in the bathroom, but Marcus and 2 others burst through the door. The bathroom became a war zone. By the time security arrived, 3 football players were on the ground, and Ben was standing, bloody but victorious. Within an hour, 5 of Maya's group were suspended, but word of their victory spread like wildfire. At lunch, Derek's table was quiet. This is getting out of control, Tyler muttered. Maybe we should back off. Back off. Derek's voice was sharp. Tonight, we end this. Meanwhile, Maya processed what had happened. 5 suspensions, but they won, and now they'll come back twice as hard, Maya said. A new voice spoke up. This is Derek's fault. It's always been Derek's fault. Sarah Kim sat down. I've been watching from the sidelines and I can't stay quiet anymore. Derek cornered my friend Jasmine last month. I should have done something then. Why didn't you? Fear. But watching you all fight back, I realized I'm more afraid of staying quiet. How many others feel like you do? More than you think. That afternoon Derek gathered his forces. They're recruiting faster than we can shut them down. Time for a new strategy, the kind that sends Maya Johnson to the hospital. At the maintenance shed, Maya's group had swelled to over 30 students. We need to be smarter. No more small skirmishes. If we're going to do this, we do it big. Tomorrow morning Derek's going to try something, so we'll be ready. All of us together in the main hallway where everyone can see. You want us to fight in front of the whole school. I want us to win in front of the whole school. I want every student, every teacher, every administrator to see that Derek Mitchell doesn't run Westfield High anymore. Thursday morning arrived like a storm front. Maya positioned herself and her core group in the main hallway before most students arrived at 9:30 a.m. It started when Derek's recruits cornered 3 freshmen. Get off them, Sarah screamed. Suddenly everyone was moving. The main hallway erupted into complete chaos. Maya found herself fighting 2 seniors at once. She kicked one into the trophy case, sending glass exploding, then caught the second with an elbow to the jaw. The riot spread. A fire alarm blared. Sprinklers activated throughout the building. Water rained down on the fighting students, but the fighting continued. Everyone, stop. A teacher's voice was ignored. Through the sprinkler rain, Maya caught sight of Principal Anderson on his phone. We need immediate assistance. Multiple fights, complete loss of control. A window shattered. Glass joined the water on the floor. Several students were bleeding. Maya, Jake appeared. We need to get out of here. No, we can't run now. Derek emerged through the crowd, water streaming down his face. Look what you've done. You've destroyed everything. I've exposed everything, Maya screamed back. The sound of sirens grew louder. Maya looked around at the chaos. Students fighting, bleeding, screaming. This wasn't justice. This wasn't victory. But it was too late to stop now. As the riot died down, Maya and Derek found themselves alone in the center of the flooded hallway. You and me, Derek panted. No friends, no backup, just us, fine by me. Derek threw the first punch, a wild haymaker that Maya ducked. Maya countered with a jab to his ribs, then a knee strike to his stomach. Derek doubled over. Derek lunged, tackling Maya. They went down into the water. Derek's weight pinned Maya beneath the surface. She drove her elbow into his kidney, forcing him to release her. She rolled away, coughing. You think you can just come to my school and change everything? Derek charged again. It's not your school. You're just another bully about to get what's coming. Maya sidestepped and used his momentum against him, sending him crashing into the lockers. Outside, police cars surrounded the building. News vans pulled up. Parents were speeding toward the school. Robert Mitchell sat in his Mercedes, a satisfied smile on his face. Yes, it's exactly what we discussed. Gang violence, property damage. Maya Johnson has turned a peaceful school into a war zone. Inside, Maya and Derek continued their brutal fight. Derek had landed several hits, and Maya's left eye was swelling shut. Derek's nose was clearly broken. You destroyed everything, Derek screamed. Maya blocked his punch and drove her fist into his solar plexus. Perfect for who? You made their lives hell because you could. Because that's how the world works. Some people matter and some people don't. Maya's next punch caught Derek in the jaw. Derek stayed down, blood pooling beneath his face. Everyone on the ground, hands behind your heads. Police in riot gear flooded the building. Maya looked down at Derek's unconscious form, then at the destruction. She'd won the fight, but at what cost? Maya Johnson, step away from the victim and get on the ground now. As Maya raised her hands, Derek's father walked behind the officers, pointing at her. That's her. That's the gang leader who organized all this violence. But as the handcuffs clicked around her wrists, Maya heard something that gave her hope. Student voices, dozens of them. She was defending herself. Derek started it. He's been bullying people for years. The truth was finally coming out. The handcuffs bit into Maya's wrists as officers led her through the flooded hallway. Her father Marcus was pushing through the crowd. Maya, don't say anything without a lawyer, sir. Step back, an officer commanded. That's my daughter. I have a right to speak to her. Dad, baby girl, you did what you had to do. You hear me? You protected yourself and your friends. She assaulted multiple students. Detective Reynolds interjected. This looks like gang activity. Gang activity. My daughter defending herself from harassment is gang activity. Derek was being loaded onto a stretcher. Robert Mitchell walked beside the paramedics. Officer, I want to press full charges. That girl is a menace. Marcus turned toward Robert. Your son put his hands on my daughter. He's been harassing her for weeks. That's not what the witnesses say. All I see is your daughter standing over my unconscious son. Dad, it's okay, Maya said quietly. I'm okay. As they moved through the school, Jake broke free from a group. Maya, we got video of everything. Derek throwing the first punch. All of it, kid. Get back, an officer warned. We have proof she was defending herself. Jake, be careful, Maya called. Don't get arrested too. Emma was crying, her phone held high. We're going to fix this. Everyone's going to know the truth. Outside, news vans were arriving. Maya's mother Lisa pushed through. Maya baby, are you hurt? I'm fine, Mom. This is harassment, Lisa shouted. Where were you when her son was attacking my daughter? Ma'am, your daughter initiated a riot that injured dozens of students. My daughter defended herself against a predator. She did what you should have done. At the patrol car, Maya saw Principal Anderson on his phone. He caught her eye and Maya saw shame. Detective Reynolds read Maya her rights as he opened the car door. As the patrol car pulled away, Maya saw students pouring out of the building in organized protests. They formed a line along the sidewalk, holding up phones, chanting her name. The war wasn't over. It was just getting started. Marcus watched his daughter disappear, then turned to face the news cameras. My daughter is not a criminal. She's a hero who stood up to a system that protects bullies and punishes victims, and we're going to prove it. 3 weeks later, the courthouse steps were packed with protesters holding signs reading Justice for Maya and Stop Protecting Bullies. District Attorney Rebecca Walsh stood before Judge Martinez. Maya Johnson organized and led a criminal conspiracy that resulted in a riot causing over $50,000 in property damage. Maya's lawyer, David Chen, Ben's older brother who'd taken the case pro bono, rose. Your Honor, Maya Johnson is not a criminal. She's a victim who was forced to defend herself when every adult authority figure failed her. The prosecution called Principal Anderson. Principal Anderson, can you describe the defendant's behavior? Maya Johnson was disruptive from day one. She showed no respect for authority. David Chen cross-examined. Principal Anderson, how many formal complaints did you receive about Derek Mitchell's behavior? Anderson shifted uncomfortably. I don't recall specific numbers. Let me refresh your memory. David held up a thick folder. 17 formal complaints over 2 years. What action did you take? The Mitchell family has been very supportive of our school. Sometimes complaints are exaggerated. So you believed Derek Mitchell over multiple victims because his family donated money. Objection sustained. Bombshell came when David called Jake Santos. Jake, 3 days ago, you discovered something on Derek's social media. Can you tell the court? I found videos Derek thought he'd deleted. They showed him planning attacks, bragging about harassment, coordinating with his father to cover everything up. On the display screen, a video played. Derek and his friends in Derek's bedroom will make it look like she started everything. My dad's already talked to the cops. They'll arrest her and everything goes back to normal. Gasps rippled through the courtroom. Robert Mitchell's face had gone pale. Jake had recovered months of deleted content. Derek bragging about breaking in exotic girls. Videos of him cornering students. Recordings of conversations with his father about using police connections. Furthermore, David continued, we have testimony from 47 students documenting years of systematic harassment that officials ignored or covered up. One by one, Derek's victims took the stand. Emma described being cornered while teachers walked past. Ben talked about being forced to do homework under threat. Marcus detailed having his lunch. Money stolen while administrators told him to be nicer. The turning point came when Derek took the stand. His lawyer had advised against it, but Robert Mitchell insisted. Derek, can you tell the court what happened? I was just trying to talk to Maya peacefully. She'd been threatening me for weeks. When I approached her, she immediately became violent for no reason. Under David Chen's cross-examination, Derek's arrogance showed through. Derek, did you tell Maya Johnson you could be her master like in the old days? It was just a joke. I didn't mean it like that. Some people just don't have a sense of humor. Did you follow Maya to her car and make threatening comments? I was trying to be friendly. Did you slap Maya Johnson's behind in the parking lot? She needed to learn some respect. Girls like her think they can, just girls like her. What do you mean by that? Derek realized his mistake. I just meant, you meant black girls, didn't you? You meant girls who don't submit to your harassment should be taught lessons. That's not what I said. But it's what you meant. Just like when you told your friends you were going to break in the exotic animal, correct? Derek's face flushed red. You're twisting my words. These are your words, Derek. Your deleted social media posts, your text messages. She was the violent one, Derek shouted. She's the one who brought gang violence to our school. Before she came, everything was peaceful. Peaceful for who, Derek? They deserved it. Derek's voice cracked. That's how the world works. Some people matter and some people don't. My family built this town. We made that school what it is. Some little gangbanger doesn't get to come in and destroy everything we worked for. The courtroom erupted. Judge Martinez slammed her gavel repeatedly. When order was restored, Judge Martinez spoke. I've heard enough. After reviewing all evidence and testimony, it's clear that Maya Johnson was defending herself against a pattern of harassment that school officials not only ignored but actively covered up. All charges against Maya Johnson are dismissed. The courtroom exploded in cheers. Furthermore, I'm ordering a full investigation into Westfield High School. Derek Mitchell will face charges for assault, harassment, and conspiracy, and I'm recommending the state review the entire district's policies on student safety. Maya felt tears streaming as her friends surrounded her. Through the chaos, she saw Derek being led away in handcuffs. His father following with his head down. They had won. 6 months later, Maya walked through Westfield High's halls. Everything had changed. New anti-bullying posters lined the walls. The atmosphere was different. Jake jogged up. Did you see the news? Derek got sentenced yesterday. 2 years in juvenile detention, and his dad lost his seat on the school board. Emma appeared. Principal Anderson's gone. Forced resignation. Coach Rivera is interim principal. As they walked, Maya noticed students walking confidently. No one hugged the walls anymore. The atmosphere of terror was gone. In the principal's office, Coach Rivera had gathered students from other schools dealing with bullying. We heard about what you did here, said a girl named Samantha. We want to do the same thing, but we need help. The first thing you need to understand, Maya said carefully, is that what happened here got really bad before it got better. People got hurt. I got arrested. But it worked, Ben said. Derek's gone. The administration changed. What would you do differently? Marcus asked. I'd try harder to work with adults first. Document everything better. Focus more on changing the system instead of just fighting the symptoms. That's why I asked you all here, Coach Rivera said. The district is implementing a new peer mediation program and they want Maya to help design it. After everyone left, Maya found herself alone with Coach Rivera. How are you really doing? Some days I feel like a hero. Other days I wonder if I just made everything worse for a while. The fact that you question yourself shows wisdom. Real heroes always do. Now you get to decide what kind of person you want to be going forward. The Maya Johnson who fought Derek was necessary, but the Maya Johnson who prevents the next Derek might be even more important. That evening Maya practiced forms with her father in the backyard. Dad, do you think I did the right thing? Baby girl, you did the only thing you could do. And because you did it, hundreds of other kids don't have to. But Derek's life is ruined. Derek ruined his own life the moment he decided other people were objects for his entertainment. You didn't create that monster. You just refused to let him keep feeding. I think I know what I want to study in college. Social work or maybe law. Something where I can help change systems instead of just fighting individual battles. Marcus smiled. Sounds like you learned the real lesson. What's that? That the fight never really ends. It just changes shape. As summer approached, Maya reflected on everything that had changed. Derek was serving his sentence and reportedly doing well in counseling. Principal Anderson had taken a job in educational consulting. The students Derek had terrorized were thriving. Jake had been elected student body president. Emma was starting a peer counseling program. The ripple effects extended beyond Westfield. Maya's story had inspired policy changes in dozens of districts. The Maya Johnson Act was being debated in the state legislature. Bill requiring independent oversight for bullying complaints and real consequences for administrators who ignored them. On graduation day, Maya stood at the podium as valedictorian. When I transferred to Westfield High 8 months ago, I just wanted to finish school quietly. I never wanted to become the center of a movement. She paused. But sometimes life doesn't give you the choice to stay quiet. Sometimes the right thing to do is the hard thing, the scary thing, the thing that changes everything. We learned that standing up to bullies isn't just about throwing punches. It's about refusing to accept injustice as normal. It's about protecting people who can't protect themselves. And it's about believing that change is possible even when the whole system seems designed to prevent it. The audience erupted in applause. In the crowd, she saw her parents beaming, Coach Rivera nodding, and dozens of students whose lives had been changed. As Maya walked across the stage to receive her diploma, she thought about Derek, hoping he was finding his own path to redemption. She thought about all the students who'd contacted her for help, but mostly she thought about the future, college, law school, and a lifetime of work to ensure that what happened at Westfield would never happen again. The war was over, but the real work was just beginning.